The Shallows is a movie starring Blake Lively, which centers around her as a surfer. She goes to this beach one day that's not known by a lot of people. She goes surfing, and while she's out in the water, she's attacked by a shark. So she's forced to stay refuge on this rock. She's trying to get to location to location to avoid this shark and try to get back on land. And that's The Shallows. The Shallows is a pretty simplistic movie. It's one of those movies where someone is stuck in a specific location. We've seen this before with movies such as 127 Hours. We've seen it with Frozen, not the Disney Frozen, but where it's those skiers, they're stuck on that lift. And honestly, I'm not surprised that Blake Lively agreed to do this. She's married to Ryan Reynolds, and he did a movie called Buried, where he was in a box for the whole movie. My favorite shark movie, you guys probably already know from previous videos, Jaws. I think Jaws is the greatest shark movie ever made. Steven Spielberg did an amazing job with this. And a lot of people have tried to make a greater shark movie over the years, but they just can't because Jaws is just so good. The sequels to Jaws couldn't even reach the same level as the first movie as well. So it's not just like, you know, other shark movies, it's just the first Jaws movie is really good. So when I heard when The Shallows was coming out, I was like, oh God, another shark movie? Do you really need one of those? Do we really need one of those? And to my surprise, like, this is actually a pretty good film. I liked it a lot. I mean, I think it's, like, not the greatest film, but, like, you know, it's a good film. It's a good, like, you know, it's a good shark movie. The editing in this film is actually fantastic, the way they put it all together. I will admit that this movie takes a lot of things from other movies, say, like Castaway, where there's actually, like, a pigeon with her on this rock, and it kind of serves as her Wilson. And, you know, considering this is like, you know, a shark movie, it's trying to be Jaws, and, you know, it's trying to be one of those movies centered around a specific location where somebody's like stuck on a specific spot. So this movie borrows a lot of things from other movies, but I will say the way it borrows it and uses all those aspects did it so well. And the way that it was edited was also really good. I love the editing of this film, especially the slow motion shots. Usually in slow motion shots in movies, I feel as though they're very corny, but in this one it actually used slow motion shots very well. Specifically with Blake Lively running on the beach, and yeah, that's a worthy shot. But no, honestly, like, you know, with her and other people just surfing, it was actually like really cool, the intro of the movie with them just surfing and everything. I like that as well, and I love the editing of that, and it was some really good shots. And also when the shark comes into place, oh my God, the shark looks freaking cool in this movie. It actually looks like a real shark. I'm pretty sure it was CGI, it wasn't an animatronic, but it looked fairly real in this movie. I will admit that as well. I also love the other different editing techniques they use in this film as well. Like when Blake Lively's on her phone, it shows like what's on her screen, like in a graphic. And it also shows like graphics of her watch as well. Like it shows like the hour in between high tides and things like that. Very useful information throughout the film. I just liked those graphics and everything that we were seeing. It was so different. I wasn't expecting that from just a shark movie. And it was just a really good edited film. This is actually from the director of Non-Stop, you know, the movie where Liam Neeson's on the plane and he's texting and you see all the text messages pop up above his phone. It was a lot like that, except with more detailed graphics and pictures. Let's talk about Blake Lively's performance in this film as well. I think she did a good job. I really think that this was one of her top 10 films. I really liked it. There were a couple dull parts in there where I didn't really necessarily think, I don't know, when she was talking, I didn't really believe the dialogue as much, and sometimes I felt as though she wasn't taking the situation seriously enough. But I enjoyed her performance. I mean, she played what she needed to play. Someone who was in danger, who was stuck on a rock, and it was believable at some points, but then at sometimes when she said something, it was almost like kind of like a corny line. And I don't know, that's just me, that's my personal opinion, but I think Blake Lively, I think this is one of her top films, most definitely. Also, there is a lot of tension in this film. I really enjoyed the tension because, if you guys don't know, I live in the Florida area and I don't go out to the water as much as I do. I go to the beach, but I don't really go out to the water, but if I needed a reason, I just need to watch this film, because if I just watch any shark film, and this is actually a good example, there's a lot of tension in this film. The shark is just waiting for her to get off that rock and like go to a different location or try to get to shore and everything, and there's a lot of tension because this shark is like pretty smart, and I don't know what the deal with this shark was in this film either. Like this shark just wanted to get her. Like sharks don't usually go for people. Well, she is bleeding. She's bleeding. Okay, that makes sense. So yeah, guys, if you like shark films, like if you have been looking for like a really good shark film in a while, I would check out The Shallows. Like there hasn't been really a good shark film in years, and this just came out of nowhere. And I was like, oh my God, this is a good shark film. That's a good looking shark. That's a really awesome shark film. Go check this movie out. If you like Blake Lively as an actress, I think you'll like this. If you like just her as a, you know, chick in bikini. Yeah, go check this film out. I liked it a lot. I mean, it's probably not going to be for some people because some people don't like those movies where it's about some person stuck in a specific location. But if you like that kind of thriller, I think you'll like this. And it's also a shark movie. So like I said, it takes a lot of different genres and different aspects from different movies and combines them into one. So if you like that, if you're interested in seeing that type of film, I think you'll like it a lot. So yes, guys, that was my review of The Shallows. Comment down below what you think of this movie. If you've seen it yet, like the video, share it, and please subscribe to Pixel Talk if you haven't yet for more movie reviews, trailer reactions, and gaming content. Also, if you'd like to support me on Patreon, you can by clicking this banner right here. Just click it. It'll take you to my Patreon page. So yeah, guys, I am Corbin Stuckey, and this is Pixel Talk.